Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. What's popping, guys? Welcome to ZeerTalks and welcome to, it's El Hilal talk. Now usually I do this as a stream, but I decided this time let me do as a pre-recorded video, for the only reason being that it's 8:48 in the morning in Riyadh. I didn't sleep yet. I don't know when I'll be sleeping or waking up. Inshallah, by the time that the game happens between Al Hilal and Qadsiya for sure. But I did do a preview, and I will leave the preview up for you guys to watch still. But ever since I did the preview, I found out more news. And I thought, you know what, I have to talk to you all about it. هي يعني خبر مرة مهم ويعني صراحة it does, which by the way I said it's a very important piece of news, and to be honest, it does change the complexion of what happens in the league in regards to the AFC Champions League qualification. للأسف الشديد, and it annoys me even more that we didn't even beat Al Wahda. But before I begin talking about it all, you already know what to do. Subscribe, press alarm bells for future content notifications, like, comment your way. Go check the socials, and inshallah you're well wherever you may be. Now, we need to get into this. You guys see clearly? Inshallah you guys do. If not, first of all, I'm gonna read the bit in English for you guys to understand. But yeah, put it this way: from the Saudi Federation, the arbitration panel decided by majority to award the Orobah club a 3-0 loss against the Nassr. And he is the culprit involved. And he goes by the name of Rafi El-Ruwaili. Now, for context, guys, why am I here? Here. For context, guys, he is he was a backup goalkeeper for Al Orobah, and I don't know what happened to their starting goalkeeper. If did he get sent off in the game prior to that? I actually need to check through that. And Nassr, when did they play Nassr? Okay, Dhamak, he didn't get no booking because there's no red card history on this. But their goalkeeper, Koke, was not playing, and they played with him. And this goalkeeper, Rafi, it turns out he is not just a football player, but he's also a muwathaf, which means an employee. And this employee, it turns out, from what I was told, he was a cop. I don't know if that is true or not. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyone that's Saudi that knows more about this, correct me if I'm wrong. But one thing I can guarantee, that he was a football player / employee. And because of that, he was involved in Al Orobah's 2-1 victory earlier in the season, which was February 28th, when they played against Al Nassr. Al Orobah versus Al Nassr. And Orobah won 2-1. And obviously, Al Nassr don't have 3 points. And Al Nassr, I think since the Al Wahda game, in which we secured Champions League football, Nakhba, Elite Champions League football, they realized that, you know what, they realized that they're in deep trouble. And they found out something fishy about the Orobah game, I think from earlier, but they didn't do anything about it, or they found out probably last week. I don't know. But they went and they filed a complaint to the Saudi Federation and the arbitration of the Saudi Federation. And now, turns out, they've appealed it all. Which, I mean, it's absolutely jarring, if you ask me. I'm not even going to lie to you, because this actually affects us now. It really does affect us. But there's more news, I believe. Yeah, there is more news. There is more news. And it's right here. And it says the following. I hope you guys can read clearly. Could you read clearly? I think this is readable. Okay. It says acceptance of the victory but victory means a Nassr. A protest is final and binding ruling for all parties to the dispute, not subject to appeal before any internal or external party, and the final for implementation purposes. So, what was it? Not subject to appeal. Wait, acceptance of the victory protest is final. Yeah, I see, final and binding. Okay, so it's confirmed. So now we're in a situation. We're in a sticky situation because that would now mean, if I'm not mistaken, I have the table here now. Because prior, it was us on 72, Qadsi on 68, and if they were to beat us, they would only get 71. And then Nassr was on 67, but now because of all this, they're now on 70. So now they're 2 points behind us. So if Nassr was to beat Al Fath, which they go away, inshallah, Al Fath actually give them a better game. They perform better against Al Nassr than they did against us because they actually killed it against us. I can't even lie. Till they choked it in the end. But yes, Al Nassr have to go to Khobar and play Al Fath. Okay. And they have to win. But in the process, Al Qadsi also have to beat us, I believe. Or actually, yeah, I believe they have to beat us. Actually, wasn't there something on Twitter about this? I'm going to tell you what they have to do. There was something on Twitter in regards to this whole thing. Make it easier for me to read it all. Because me going through the table is absolutely jarring right now. So let me just do that. The thing is, we're gonna be missing players, like I mentioned in the preview. Like that remains still. Like, oh, أخبار الهلال. Go back. I hate scrolling through the phone. Yeah, search. Where was I saw this tweet somewhere. I'm gonna open it on my phone as well. Okay, wait. I think I saw. Yep, here it is. So it says احتمالات الهلال في التأهل للنخبة الآسيوي الفوز بنتيجة أمام القادسية. So we would have to beat القادسية to confirm it. التعادل شرط عدم فوز النصر. So if we draw and the Nassr win, that changes things. And if we خسارة شرط عدم فوز النصر means we're not in it. So let's say now if we drew. So if we drew, so that's 73. Do we still qualify? Or does it depend on the head-to-head? Because if it depends on head-to-head, then they would go through. But the whole point of the matter is the whole complexion changes now. So now lazim nfuz. The whole point of this whole video is I went from saying this game don't matter to now everything matters and everything is on the line. I mean, what's this saying to me now? League standings, Al Hilal's chance of qualifying elite. So, short the fourth. So basically, if a Nassr win and we draw or lose, I think they make it. So we have to win. Shoot. لازم نفوز يا شباب. Guys, we actually have to win. We went from not having to worry to now having to worry. Because, and by the way, imagine, Qadsiya, by the way, they also have a role to play in this. I know they're fourth now, but even then, because if they beat us, I mean, but we would still be third, wouldn't we? Yeah, the Qadsiya are fourth probably. But that also depends if Nassr get the job done. And if Qadsiya, there's a lot that goes on the line with this, because if let's say Nassr lose, then Al Qadsiya win, then Al Nassr just put themselves in a stickier situation. But if Al Nassr lose and Al Hilal win, then and Nassr are third, so they get the second tier of Champions League football. Um, like it's a whole sticky situation now ever since the whole appeal thing happened and it got accepted. And man, Orobah, why did you play with that keeper, man? If you didn't play with that keeper, who knows what could have happened, man? Who knows what could have happened? But then again, I don't want to blame that only. I also want to blame our performance against Al Wahda. Why didn't we secure that Champions League football from that game? That finishing is now gone. Bro, I went from saying Savage saving us to now saying that ain't enough now because our finishing wasn't good enough. And now they appealed and they got what they wanted. لا لازم نفوز يا شباب، لازم نفوز اليوم بالليلة، لازم نفوز لأن إذا احنا ما نفوز الله يعيننا. And if we don't get AFC Champions League football, then this season has been bro, this season already a failure. It's already a failure. This would just be a beyond failure. So, yeah, man. Yeah, man. I just hope that these players have motivation to actually get the job done. And inshallah, we do so. Also, this explains why stadium is being filled or the arena is being filled tomorrow and tickets got sold out so quickly because of this news. And I didn't even realize it. So, yeah, this is the first time I've ever done a Hilal Saudi Football Club talk. But I had to do it, bro, because this is major breaking news. And I just found out about it literally hours ago. So it is what it is, man. It really is what it is. But guys, listen, you already know what to do. Subscribe, press alarm bells for future content notifications. Like, comment your way. Go check ZeerTalks social and inshallah wherever you may be. يلا يا زعيم، يلا يا زعيم، يا رب يا رب ان شاء الله نفوز يا رب، لان اذا حزمنا الله، اذا حزمنا الله يعيننا، بس الله يعيننا اذا حزمنا. يلا ان شاء الله خير، ان شاء الله نفوز، ان شاء الله تأهل بالكاس الآسيوي النخبة، وان شاء الله الموسم الجاي نفوز اصلا. ف yeah, it is what it is, guys. Take care and see you later. فتح. Don't let me down.